All right. Hello. We're live. We're live. All right. Good. We're back. We are live. All right. All right. I think my Wi-Fi router decided to take a shit on itself and not work because it overheated. Actually, I think it overheated. That's why. All right, but we're good now. We're back. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! I hate this trash can that I have. I call it a trash can, but it's a T-Mobile router, Wi-Fi router. It's freaking annoying. Doesn't work for squat. Can't even handle a little like 100-degree weather. It just can't. Doesn't match my head. Yeah. Anyways. All right, we're back, guys. Sorry for the interruption. Sorry for like the double, triple notifications of going live. I know people aren't gonna like that. Understandable. Yeah. All right. Anyways, let's continue on, guys. We were on the roll, and then this happens. Yeah. Oh my God. All right. Yeah. It's as scuff as it can get. It's glorious, I guess. Yeah. Anyways, so I just finished putting the Kia K4 on the list. It is A tier, just behind the Mirage. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I kind of I'm gonna shift this over here. Lower A tier, just for pricing itself. Yes, the Mirage is gonna be lower A tier. Yeah. All right, let's continue on. Oh boy. All right. All right. So next car is a Hyundai Elantra. So all right. Hyundai Elantra. Let's see what he has. MSRP is going to be 23,370 miles. I'm sorry, dollars, not miles. You wouldn't get a new car, a brand new car with that many miles. It wouldn't be called a brand new car. It's just used. It has a 2.0 liter inline-4 engine. It has 30 on the city, 29 mpgs in the highway. All right, that's not bad. It's not bad. Pretty standard. Let's see. Has Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, 5 years, 60,000 mile basic warranty. That's not bad. It's pretty good, I would say. 15-inch wheels, the smaller, so cheaper. Cheaper for the pricing on the tires. That's good. For the interior, the second row seats do fold down. Okay, fair enough. Let's see. All right. 5-year warranty, like I said, 60,000 mile basic warranty. That's good. And then, well, I mean, it's pretty standard all around. There's nothing too crazy about it. I don't think there's nothing to really write home about for this car. You can get it as a hybrid trim. There's a trim that includes hybrid, but those are going to be a little more expensive. Hybrid, you can save more money on gas, although it might come the price. You might have to pay more on pricing for repairs. If it's out of warranty, I would say maybe it's covered in warranty. I would have to look more into that, I guess, but Yeah, I couldn't tell you, like, I think hybrids are um maybe not the best way to go for, uh best option to go for, just simply because I don't know, they're a little more complicated, and I think um I don't know, there might be more prices, more things to more costs to cover down the road, so I would stick with the gas variants. Yeah. Other than that, it has 147 horsepower, which is okay. That's kind of it. Nothing else really to write home about. So, I guess for this car, I don't have the picture for it. Should I do actually? Hyundai Elantra. We're gonna put it B tier. I think it's a little bit better than a Nissan Versa, Sentra. I think it's alright. Put a B tier for now. Yeah. Yep. Alright, moving on. Surprisingly, I haven't found any cars that really stand out. Nothing that really catches my eye, I guess. Yeah. So, yep. That was the Hyundai Elantra. Okay, 4. Let me close some tabs here. I have too many open right now. Alright. Versa, Soul. Alright. Alright, the next car we have, right? We have the Toyota Corolla. Alright, we have the first Toyota on the lineup. Everything else has been a Hyundai or a Kia. Or a Mitsubishi. Let's see. So, starting MSRP is $23,520. Okay, not bad. But it is a little higher in price. How does it fare out in other things? It has in-car Wi-Fi, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, brake assist. It's a 3-year, 36,000 mile basic warranty. Interesting. It's a little low on the coverage and the warranty. It has a 2.0 liter inline 4 engine. Okay. 32 mpgs in the city, 41 on the highway. Fair enough. 169 horsepower. That's not bad for a 2.0 liter. That's not bad. It's pretty good. The hybrid has less, but we're not focused on the highway. Let's see. It has 13.1 cubic feet of trunk space, which is kind of smaller than everybody else. So maybe less stuff to put in the trunk. But this is Toyota we're talking about. Camrys, Corollas, they last a little long. Especially Corollas. They last a good while, so you're getting a good bang for your buck, I would say. And of course, yes, I am biased towards Toyota, so one last thing, actually, let me check the wheels. There's 16 inches. Okay, fair enough. Tires are going to be a little more pricey, but I think the reliability is really good for a Corolla. So I think Corollas are, I think they're Toyotas overall are going to be pretty reliable. So wait, where is it? There it is. Okay, let me get the image for it. All right, for Toyotas, I'm gonna put it, for this price and everything that it offers, I think it's S tier. I'll put it in S tier, yes, just because it's super reliable, and I think there's a fair amount of spacing a space for it. So wait, I do want to check actually one last thing. I want to check one last thing for the Toyota before we move on. Let me see the full specs of it. 60/40 split folding seats. That's good. So you could fold them down. That's fine. DC power outlet in the front. Okay. All right. I think for the price, I think it's really, really good. I think once we get into the $30,000 pricing bracket, that's when I'm gonna really start maybe being a little more nitpicky. Maybe. But so far, I think the Toyota is like the most reliable and one of the more cheaper ones where you do get a fair amount of stuff in it. You don't get as many like amenities, but as far as reliability and amount that you save for money, I think this would be fine. I put it S tier. Yes. yes. Plus the engine is a port injection engine. I think it's port and direct injection engine, so the valves do get cleaned as as it runs and stuff. So the valves don't get stuck with all this gunk on it. So that's good for reliability. That is good for reliability. So yeah. All right. The Volkswagen Jetta. Let's see. It's priced at $24,220 MSRP. Has a 1.5 liter inline four turbo engine. It's turbo. Let's see. Has a 4-year, 50,000 mile basic warranty. Slightly higher than a 3-year variant. Okay. Let's see what else. It comes with a 158 horsepower engine. Okay. That's right, it was 1.5 liter turbo. But it pushes out 158 horsepower. Okay. Fair enough. Let's go. Anything else? Has Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, yada. So more at let's see, the wheels are 16 inches. All right, you're paying a little more for the tires. Understandable. This is regular gas. I don't like that it's turbocharged though. That's automatic B tier. Yeah. Turbos are. I don't like turbos are integrated with the engines like that. These turbos are kind of. Well, it's not like you can replace them, right? I think you can replace the turbos, but I just think they wear out the car engine faster than non-turbos. So that's why I'm kind of against getting a turbo engine car. Yeah. So at 60/40 folding seats are foldable. Okay. You have a dual zone climate control. That's nice, I guess. Although it's not like you're gonna have too many people in your car, so I don't think staying cool or keeping warm is gonna be a big deal in your car. So definitely not a big deal in this car. So let me see. Let me get a picture for it real quick. There's the Volkswagen Jetta. Alright, look, I don't like that it has a turbo. I'm a little iffy on it. I don't like that it has a turbo. That's the one thing. I don't like that it has a turbo. We're gonna look. Okay, I think it's a little more spacier. Just from looking at it, I think it's a little more spacier than the Versa. It might be better value than the Sentra. Better value than the Sentra. I guess the Elantra, I'm not sure. But it's close to it. It's close to it. I think it's better than both Nissans. Yeah. So we're gonna put it there. Yeah. And the Versa, you know what? I think it's pretty mid. Maybe we're getting too nitpicky, but we're gonna put the Versa there. Yeah. We're gonna put the Versa there. Yeah. And you know what? Maybe I spoke too highly of Mitsubishi. It should not be A tier. No, I don't think so. This should not be A tier. Absolutely not. I'm gonna bump it down to low B tier. Just because of the pricing. The pricing is just really good, but I think it's a very cramped car. Very, very cramped. I don't think you could do I don't think you could do your bathroom business in the back there. So yeah. Yep. Alright, this is the settings so far. Yes. This is subject to change even more as time goes on. Oh my god. Alright. Next car. The next car is going to be the 2025 Toyota Corolla hatchback. Alright. Okay. This is a hatchback variant of the Corolla we just previously talked about. Let's see. Oh, there's some considerations for this car. We'll get into it in a little bit. But it's the MSRP is at $24,975. It's getting pricier. Okay. Little pricier. Alright. Has a 2.0 liter inline 4 engine, 4-wheel drive. Very similar to the previous Corolla we talked about. 32 mpgs in the city, 41 on the highway. Alright. 3 years, 36,000 mile basic warranty. Again with the 3 years warranty. Yeah. Again with the warranty. But it is balanced out by the fact that Toyotas are known for the reliability, so I think warranty may not be a big issue. Yeah, I think even recalls aren't that big, really serious with Toyota, so I think warranty will not be a big issue for this car. Yeah. This one has a 169 horsepower, no turbo. All right, just nice. It has 17.8 cubic feet of cargo space, which is better than the 13 cubic foot space of the Corolla, the regular Corolla. So much more cargo space. Actually, it says there's small cargo space. Interesting. I don't know why it says that, but it does say it has tight rear seats, so the legroom in the back is kind of bad, it seems. Now I think that is fixable if you just move the car seats up in the front. Yeah, it says the passenger legroom is good, so that means just move the car seats. That's it. That can be fixed just like that. Yes. Let's see. Anything more that we can nitpick off this car? Automatic transmission. 6-speed. The wheels are 16 inches. Okay. cloth seats. You know, maybe we should start looking into the seats as well. What they're made of. Cloth seats are. I'm not a big fan of cloth seats, but these are cheap cars. So there's not much we can do about that. Not much we can do about that. It's just, it is what it is. So yeah. What else? Well, I think that's it. There's some other stuff. Adaptive cruise control, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, remote engine start. That's okay, not bad, not bad. I think that's it. I think okay, so it's an interesting car because there's like some setbacks to this car, which can be outweighed or like balanced out with other aspects to it. So lower coverage for warranty, but Toyotas are known for reliability. So tighter rear seats, rear seat space for the legs. Well, that can be fixed by just moving the front seats up. For this car, let me get a picture of it. So for this car, it's looking nice and blurry for me. Yep. Chrome is slowing down. That's great. See if we can just drag and drop here. Hold on. I just want to drag and drop this, please. Let me do this. Right, whatever. I'll save this. I'll save the image. Alright, there it is. For this one, it's a Toyota. It's known for reliability. It's a hatchback. I can't say I'm a super big fan of hatchbacks, but I think with the seats down, you can have a lot of like more space. Okay, it's maybe better than the Kia Soul. Slightly better because of the space. Kia Souls do have good space in the back, and they're cheaper too. But Toyotas are more reliable. So I'll put it here. High A tier. High A tier. Yeah, high A tier. Yep. I would put it S tier with the Corolla, but I think we'll keep the Corolla up there for now. Yeah. I'm considering maybe swapping places, having the two swap places, but you know what? For all intents and purposes, since the Corolla is more widespread, we'll stick with the Corolla. I think that it's more available. I just think it's more available. So, than the hatchback. So, yeah, we'll put it high A tier for the hatchback. Yeah, alright. Let's see. Next car. The next car is the Mazda 3. So let's look more into this car. The MSRP is $25,385. Adaptive cruise control. Wait. That's not. Hold on. Let's look at the engine. Comes with a 2.5 liter inline 4 engine. All right, front-wheel drive. Okay, 2.5 liters. A little more power. All right. There's a turbo and a non-turbo. I think for this for this case we'll take the non-turbo. Yeah. Let's see. It has about 200 horsepower and 200 foot-pounds of torque for the non-turbo, the base engine. Okay. If you wanted more, there's options for that. So we'll stick with the base option. There's a 3-year, 36,000 mile basic warranty. Okay. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, keyless ignition. All right, some Wi-Fi in there. Okay, 16-inch wheels. Okay, little big on the tires, understandable. Cloth seats, foldable rear seats. All right. You know, I don't think my car has like a garage door opener, but I was just looking at the options there. Yeah, we're not too worried about trying to get in and out of garages. Yeah. DC power outlet. Okay. Anything else? Drivetrain warranty. Okay. Oh, the base engine has 191 horsepower, to be more specific. Okay. All right. I like that it's 2.5 liter, a little more horsepower. Compared to, this is already a big jump from the Mirage, which has 78 horsepower, which is really very, very lacking. You know, it might as well be a golf cart, be considered a golf cart at this point. Yeah. So, but the Mazda 3, it's looks really good in power. I like that it has some power. Gets you to point A and point B a little bit faster, maybe. Yeah. Warranty is a little bit low. Coverage is a little bit lower. Mazda as a whole, I think Mazda's doing all right. I think they're doing okay. They've been working on a lot of engines, or you know, they've been working on newer engines. I'm not sure if this car has that kind of new engine, but I think I trust this car a little more. I think this car, it's a little more reliable than maybe a Kia. Maybe, yeah. Inline 4 engines, I mean, they're mostly solid. So, they're probably easy to work on. Yeah. The Mazda, I feel like, in terms of reliability, I think would be fine. Lisa, thanks for the hydrate. Appreciate it. I forgot to hydrate. I was just thinking about that. Thank you. Thanks for the lurk as well. Thank you, thank you. All right. Yep. You sent some break. All right. I'll take a look at it. Cool. Thank you. You check it? No, I'm streaming right now. I can't check right now. Nope. I'll check later though. I will check later. I'll check later though. Yeah. So yeah. So for the Mazda 3. Let's get an image here real quick. I think I like that there's a fair amount of options as far as getting this car. I think Something also to consider when you're going to the dealership is, I think, the amount of options available for picking and choosing what trim level you want from the car is very important. So I like that there's a fair amount of options for this car, whether you want a turbo on it or not, if you want the hatchback version or not. I think I like this. I like this. I like this. I like this car. Well rounded. I like that it's well rounded. So you know what? I think for this car, I'm gonna give it a solid A tier. Where is it? There it is. This one, solid A tier. Just below the hatchback. You know what? Maybe higher than the hatchback, just because it has more options. Yeah, more options for sure. Yep. I sent you a banner and some V2 model samples. Make sure to reply to me. All right, sure. I'll check it out. I got you. Don't worry. Yeah. I'll get to you. Don't worry. Yeah. All right. Next up is the Subaru Impreza. This is the first Subaru on this tier list so far. All right, MSRP is going to be $25,530. All right, it's climbing up there. All right, it's starting up here. Let's see how they fare out. This price range. Is that it has a 2.0 liter H4 engine. I think that's the Boxer engine that Subarus are well known for. Has all-wheel drive. Interesting. Okay. It's a backup camera. Nice. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, remote keyless entry, Bluetooth. Some basic stuff. Kind of nice. 3 trim levels, 5-seater, 3-year, 36,000 mile basic warranty. Okay. It 27 miles per gallon on the city, 34 on the highway. Let me look at more of the other stats. All right, nothing else is pulling up for it. Interesting. Uh, 152 horsepower at the lowest end. Okay. I like that it's all-wheel drive. That's really cool. Oh, first car in this tier list that's all-wheel drive as well. So, that's kind of cool. Yeah. So maybe that is justifiable for the pricing. And Subarus are known to have really good all-wheel drive systems. So, all right. I mean, they're putting the money where their mouth is. I guess that's how you say it, right? Yeah. All right. There are more sporty trim levels that doesn't come at a cost for MPGs. All right. But we're gonna start with the lower end, lower option. No big changes for the trim levels. Okay. I think it's okay. I think it's alright. The interior looks nice. I think. Wait, how much cabin space? It doesn't say. Wait. Interior. It doesn't say it has foldable seats though. It doesn't say it has foldable seats. That might be a problem when you're sleeping. Maybe. I don't like that. I don't like that. That you can't fold the seats down. I'm gonna dock off some points for that. Yeah. All right. Hmm. So the next car, Subaru Impreza. For this one, I can't say. I haven't heard any problems with Subarus being bad in reliability. Only unless you, you know, you drive it like a maniac. I don't know. But that goes with any car too, right? I want to... Hmm. You know what? I think it's... It might be better than the Kia Soul. It's hard to say. Reliability, I think it might be more reliable than a Kia Soul, to be honest. Just for that. Yes. So, we're gonna put in the A tier down there. Maybe higher than the Kia K4. Yes. Yep. Alright. Alright, moving on. We have the Honda Civic. First Honda on the lineup here. Starting MSRP is $25,790. It comes with a 2.0 liter inline 4 engine. Front wheel drive, okay. 31 mpgs in the city, 39 on the highway. 3-year, 36,000 mile basic warranty. You see. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. It's pretty neat. Okay. Other amenities, that's nice. 16-inch wheels. Alright. Foldable rear seats. That's good. They're split 60-40 foldable. That's good. Good for sleeping. What else can be said, really? 150 horsepower. 133 foot-pounds of torque. Inline engine. They're all mostly double overhead. They have double overhead cams, so nothing crazy about that nowadays. Honda itself is known to make reliable cars, so I have good faith that the Civic can cover like your monetary needs. It help you save money. Like, well, you know, you won't be spending too much on repairs. So let's see. Let me get a picture of this here. That's the Honda Civic. Okay. There's a couple other trim levels for it. I like that there's more trim levels to this. There's 5. There's at least 5 different trim levels for the Civic, which is good. Yeah. Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, like, in the higher the trim, the more amenities it has and bells and whistles and whatnot. But I think as a baseline, this is a really good car. Yeah, really good car. The pricing is a little bit higher, of course, but it makes up for its reliability. So for this, the Honda Civic, I'm gonna put it A tier. You know what? I want to put it S tier. Has good options, very reliable. Little pricier than the previous cars, but I think it's worth it. Good for peace of mind. Yeah. And I think it's a little spacey. Little spacey. Yeah. Not even spacey, but just a little spacey. Yeah. All right, all right, right. Let's move on. Next car is going to be the Chevy Malibu. This is the first Chevy mentioned here on the tier list. Starting MSRP is $26,995. Okay. It's a 1.5 liter inline 4 turbo engine, front wheel drive. Okay. 28 mpgs in the city, 36 on the highway. Fairly standard. A little lower than everybody else. 60/40 folding rear splits, rear seats. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Has 160 horsepower. Android, yeah, I mentioned that. 3-year, 36,000 mile basic warranty. In-car Wi-Fi. Actually, yeah, 163 horsepower. All right. Of course, the power comes from it being turbocharged. 16-inch wheels, slightly bigger. Slightly bigger. Okay. Okay. Has some amenities. USB input. I think it has a. And I didn't see if it had any DC, 12-volt DC input or plug or whatever. Yeah. Other than that, what are the trim levels? Any other trim levels for the Malibu actually? I'm surprised I'm seeing the Chevy Malibu here and not the Cruze first. Maybe the Cruze is a little bit bigger. I like that you could fold the seats down. It's kind of nice. Seats for 5. Just like almost everybody else in this list here. Yeah, that's kind of it. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 trim levels here. Okay. Interesting. All right. They all come with the 1.5 liter turbo, inline 4 turbo. So you're no big changes except for like the amenities it has. But even the amenities are very lacking in from one another. So you're not getting much anything different, and the prices ranges from 26,000 to 32,000. So I don't understand why you should pay $6,000 more for the highest trim where you're not even getting more power or like any super like crazy. I mean, there's probably some amenities you do get from more amenities from the highest trim compared to the base trim, but right now what I'm seeing is that you're paying an extra $6,000 for not even more power, basically. And right now the Chevy, look, Chevy, General Motors cars in general, they're not known for reliability. That goes for Ford, Chevys, you know, those car brands. They're not really well known for reliability. So the Malibu, we're gonna, where do we put this one? Look, I think it's a little more reliable than the Mitsubishi Mirage. maybe a little bit better than a Nissan. At this price range, I think maybe it has some nice space. Maybe it's cheaper since it is American made car though. It is cheaper to repair. Maybe that helps. Maybe. It is also a little more widespread of a car since it's not imported from elsewhere. But you know what? I think I'm gonna put it mid B tier. I feel like I might have to move some more down to the C tier. Yeah, maybe. You know what? We're gonna move the Mirage down there too, and maybe the Sentra is pretty mid as well. So we'll leave it here for now. Expect more things to shift, like I said. All right. Should we Malibu? Yeah, we'll leave it there. All right. Let's move on. All right. Subaru Legacy 2025. We have MSRP starting at $27,980. I always keep trying to say miles, but it's actually dollars. Yeah, 1 second. Let's see. Let's look at the specs. So Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, brake assist, adaptive cruise control, start-stop system, some basic stuff that you expect in a 2025 model. It's lacking some things though. I think it's lacking some things in amenities, some things so far, but this one has 182 horsepower, as a 2.5 liter, I think it's a H4 engine. Excuse me. It's a boxer engine, all-wheel drive. I like that it's all-wheel drive. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Wait, how much horsepower it is again? 182 horsepower. It's okay. It's all right. We're not too worried about that, but it's okay, you know. 27 mpgs, city, 35 on the highway. All right. Okay. There's more trim levels. Let's take a look at those. Seats for 5. 15 cubic feet of cargo. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. As 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trim levels. That's kind of nice. The highest trim level is priced at $41,000. It still has the same. Oh no, this has a 2.0 liter H4 turbo engine. Okay. All right, so there's more to it, and it has 260 horsepower, which is really, it's pretty good. But the options are nice, but if we look at the other trims as well, let's look at the Legacy Limited, the highest trim level before we get into the turbos. Same output, power output, Um, has a couple more amenities, which I don't think you really need when you're stuck in a bind. I really don't think so. That one is priced at 37,000. 10,000 more than the base model. I don't think it's worth it. I really don't think it's worth it. It's nice as you have options, but I don't think you need those. Yeah. The Legacy Premium doesn't probably has more amenities, but doesn't specify what is different. Yeah. Probably very optional stuff. Yeah. So I would just stick with the base model for this one. I don't think the other options are that attractive. Other than that, 17-inch wheels, kind of big. All right. Interior. They have cloth seats. Okay. Yeah, no big change between the Legacy Base and the Legacy Premium. Yeah. They're still both cloth seats, so upgrading to a Premium is not worth it. Really not worth it. Just stick with the base, like I said. Did I download the picture? No, I didn't. But it looks kind of nice inside, at least. There's some leather on the dashboard. There's some leather material on the dashboard, and on the seats as well. There's still cloth seats, but there's some leather to it. I guess that looks kind of nice. Yeah. Yeah. All right. For this car, well, it's not like you need the extra horsepower, to be honest. Kind of don't. It's getting a little pricey now, and I was waiting on the airplane to pass by. It's getting pricey, and well, I can't say Subarus aren't that reliable, but it is getting pricey, and it's getting kind of hard to justify the price for it. So I would put it in the C tier. Yeah. I would put it in the C tier. Yeah. I don't know if I can add another row. I can actually. I could add another row if I want to, but so far, no D tier so far. Yeah. We might get into D tier territory later on. I'm looking to see with this list how this is gonna, how more evolves or devolves. Yeah. All right. Next car. The Nissan Altima. Okay. The MSRP is starting at $28,140. The MPGs, 27 MPGs city, 39 on the highway. All right, that's a little low on in the city actually. A little low on the city. A little lower than the other cars. It comes with a 2.5 liter, 188 horsepower engine, inline 4. All right, there's a turbo engine, turbo option. We won't look into that, but it's nice that there's an option. Let's see, anything else? Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Now let's see. 16-inch wheels. All right. That's not too bad. This comes with cloth seats, foldable rear seats. No floor mats. That's interesting. Cleaning. The floor might become a hassle. That is interesting. That is something to consider, actually. Yes. Just in case you need to go to the bathroom in the back seats. That is, I don't know, something to consider. If you gotta, you know, crack open a bag and do your business. That's something to consider. So, and if you miss in the bag, it's gonna smell really bad, and then you'll be sad and not glad, and cleaning might be an issue. So it might be an issue there. Yeah. Yep. So, but okay. It says positives. There's plenty of interior space for the passengers. That's good. That means you, as a passenger, you're gonna be the driver and the passenger here. Remember that. So the back seats, that's good. Good for sleeping. Yeah. But let's look at the other trim levels to see how they fare as well. All right, we have the Nissan Altima here. .4 cubic feet of cargo space. That's really nice. Decent amount. Good to stretch your legs in. Okay. How many trim levels we have? We have 4 trim levels. Apparently there's a 2.0 liter turbo option, but I don't see it here. All of them are listed at listed with a 2.5 liter inline 4 engine, which I would recommend. I would recommend this engine configuration over the turbo. I don't trust turbos. I don't trust the turbos. Nope. Decent amount of horsepower. Yeah, decent amount. I think this actually this is considered a mid-sized sedan. I think it might be. Yeah. Let's see. I just noticed that the pricing, there's a pricing section here. It's telling me how much people are paying per month for the car. It's kind of bad. Not gonna lie. It's kind of high. Not gonna lie. Yeah. So people are paying $459 a month for this car. Mind you that this is not even the Maxima. This is the Altima. The Maxima is a higher, I think it's a more premium model. The Nissan has released, but people are paying $459 for a month for this car, and that is kind of high. But I may not put it into consideration for now. Yeah, because at this point, you just need a place to sleep, but also a good amount of space to sleep in. So this car doesn't really wow me that much. I mean, more trunk space, more cargo space. It's okay. It's all right. Little more horsepower. That's nice. Decent MPGs, but Nissan aren't really well known for reliability. So I don't know if it's even better than the Sentra at this point. As higher output than the Sentra, but does it justify like paying a couple more thousands of dollars just for that? I don't think so. I don't think going from like what was it, like 150 horsepower to 188. It's a nice little leap, but is it really justifiable as like a daily driver? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. The pricing sets it back. So we're gonna put it kind of want to put it over here, lower C tier. And you know what, maybe the Versa might be a better option, although the spacing is more comfortable. I'm gonna put it lower. Yeah. All right, next car. Let me take a sip as well. I don't think I should have drank that energy drink, to be honest. Just because of what it does to my voice. We're doing okay. We're doing all right. I got my water. All right, next car is going to be the Hyundai Sonata. Yeah. It has Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, hands-free trunk liftgate. That's not really going to be a big deal, but a game changer, but that's nice. Pedestrian detection, that's nice. You don't want to run anyone over, I guess. Has a... Okay, is that telling me exactly... It has a good number of trim levels. Let's go check them out first. I need to see more details on this. It has a 2.5 liter inline engine, 191 horsepower. Nice. Okay, decent. 28 mpgs in the city, 30 on the highway. 16 inches wheels. Cloth seats. Alright. No. Floor mats. I think those are optional, actually. No, those are optional. Yeah. Floor mats are optional, which at this price point, you really should have floor mats already, I think. I feel like you should have floor mats. Come on. Yeah. Standard. It should be standard. Seats do fold down. Fold down. Yeah. What else? There's a DC power outlet. That's nice. Cloth seats. It comes with infotainment screen. You know, I have a thing about screens. I don't really like those big bulky infotainment screens. I don't like them. But I mean, this is where your money is going. I mean, it's up to you whether you really like that or not. Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I could do without the screen. Just one of those, the ones that are integrated into the middle, and not like that freaking big tablets. I don't like those. The big tablets kind of stick out. I don't like that. I personally don't like that. Anyways, just be nitpicky now. Nothing crazy about the engine either. Yeah, it's let me look at the trim levels that it has. Alright, it looks comfy in the back seat, at least. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 trim levels, 5, 6 trim levels for the Sonata. Very nice. There's hybrid variants and also a turbo variant. Turbo makes 290 horsepower, known as the N line. The other variants, they make about 191 horsepower. The hybrid makes like 1 more horsepower extra. Nothing crazy about it. Yeah. Nothing crazy. They're all gas, aside from the hybrid ones, I guess. 16-inch wheels. Yeah. Nothing really crazy about it. I do like the drivetrain warranty though. It covers it for 10 years. There's also rust warranty, which I mentioned earlier, which is really interesting. It covers it for unlimited miles. It's really good. Roadside warranty as well, within 5 years of length. I mean, if you're in I guess the Rust Belt, somewhere in the East Coast as well, where rust is very rampant, I guess that's good to have. It's good to have it over there. But it is $28,000 MSRP. 190 horsepower. I think it's just I don't know. It's not nothing really to write home about, like I said, with some other cars too, but for this one, it's quite pricey. It's starting to get pricey, and I don't think it's that worth it to own it. It has good warranty though. Good warranty, but it's starting to get pricey. But it's a little more spacious, I believe. I'm tempted to put it in the C tier as well. Oh man. It might be better than the Nissan Altima. I think so. It has more trim levels to choose from, so you have your options, but more space than the Versa, but it comes at a higher price, which I'm not a fan of. I'm gonna put it lower C tier. Yeah. Yep. You know what? I might have to start shifting these down here. Yeah. I'm gonna shift those two down there. D tier, just because of the pricing itself already. Which is unfortunate. I don't know. It's just, it's starting to get pricey. So like I say. Alright, the Kia K5 is next. There's 4 trim levels. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. It comes with a 2.5 liter inline 4 engine, front wheel drive, right? Rear parking sensors, lane keep assist, a couple more extra amenities, 5 years, 60,000 mile basic warranty. Okay, let's look more into this. Alright, it has, 4 trim levels. The highest trim level is also 2.5 liter inline 4. Produces the same amount of horsepower. The There's a turbo version. We're gonna ignore that. Avoid the turbos. 5 passengers. 191 horsepower. The wheels are 16 inches. All right. The interior is made out of cloth. Optional floor mats. You have to pay more for those. No climate control. I'm sorry. No. It has dual zone climate control. Okay. That is standard. Understandable. We're not worried about the garage door opener. Let's see. The steering wheels are not heated. That might be a big thing. I don't know. Big thing though. Yeah. There's no built-in navigation on an infotainment system for the baseline. The base model, which is kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little sad. But nowadays everyone has, uses navigation from their phone. And you can hook it up with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay or whatever. Yeah. The satellite radio, HD radio. A lot of safety features. That's nice. The warranties are really good. Good warranty though. I do like that. 15.6 cubic feet of cargo space. That's nice. It's kind of nice. All right. You know what? I'm trying to give these cars some hope. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. Especially as the price goes up. It gets a little harder and harder. Not gonna lie. But for this car, which one was it? Kia K5, right? For this car, I'm gonna put it C tier, bottom C tier. Yeah. Bottom C tier. I think it has good warranty, but it is a little more pricier. Little more pricier. Yeah. So, and also the reliability, I do question it, just because it's a Kia. They have GDI engines, direct injection engines. Yeah, the warranty is there, but I just think, I don't know, if you wanna taking a gamble on the type of engine is maybe not feasible. Yeah, maybe not feasible. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on. What is the next one? Wait, I'm waiting for everything to load. Okay, we did the Sonata, we did the K5. All right, this is interesting. This is the first electric car in the list. This is the Nissan Leaf 2025. MSRP starts at $29,280. All right. It says it's one of the least expensive EVs in the market right now. That's actually really good. Okay. Electric vehicles are kind of you know, kind of a big thing, but is it suitable for living in a car? That might be another story. Let's look more into this. It has Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. I don't see it having a backup camera. That's interesting. You don't want to be bumping into things and scratching them and getting into trouble for that. This has a different metric for measuring how much MPGs it has. This has 121 MPGs in the city, 98 on the highway, which is very interesting because the number is higher in the city. You use less electricity in the city as opposed to the highway when you're constantly using it. So it works reverse. In contrast to every other car we've already looked into on this stream. So yeah, very, very interesting actually. Let's look more. Let me look at the full specs of it. There's a couple more trim levels for it. It's a hatchback. No federal tax credits for it. That's kind of a big deal. No federal tax credit for it. So I think there is a tax credit for it for electric cars. If you buy them from certain manufacturers and for certain years, there's other criteria for it, but I believe you can get up to $7,500 back, or tax credit. You know, whatever that means. I think you get that money back. I think, yeah. It just shows up to you after you do your taxes or something. I don't know. Yeah. Considering you haven't, you've been doing your taxes properly and everything else and don't owe anything, you should get that money back. But, looking more into this car, it's a 5-year, 60,000 mile warranty. There's not much maintenance that goes into these kinds of cars. There's no water pump. There's no radiator. There's no like moving fluids. There's no oil changes to do. So there's no gas to fill up on this car either. So those costs are gone. But do you want to deal with the hassle of charging your car that often when you're living in it? Well, is that what you want to do in your free time? You just want to wait an hour or two just to charge the car after work? Maybe if you're lucky, during work your car does charge, you know, maybe it's slow charges, but you're going to be working during the whole time, so it should work just fine. I think it works out well that way, but it has an electric range of 149 to 212 miles. I'm trying to see the commute. What the average commute might be for a person. It might be 30 miles a day. It might be shorter. It might be longer, give or take, maybe 10 or 20 miles. But every couple of days you do have to charge it. I would say maybe every 2 or 3 days you might have to charge it. So unless your workplace has a place to charge it, this might be inconvenient for you. It might be, unless you're like the type of person that doesn't really do much after work. This might work okay for you. It might work okay for you. Well, let's look more into the specs of it. It is like low. It has 147 horsepower, but it has 236 foot-pounds of torque, which that's pretty good. It's pretty good. They're electric vehicles are known to be kind of like fast and very responsive. There's no lag time between you pressing on the pedal, the gas, the quote-unquote gas pedal, the electric pedal, and the time it takes for the car to respond to that. So yeah. So let's see. It says level 1 charging time, it takes 35 hours. Level 2 charging time takes 8 hours. 8 hours to charge it. There's a DC fast charging time, but I don't know. It says it takes 2/3 of an hour, which is what, 40 minutes for fast charging time. I don't know if that means like in 40 minutes you can fast charge it. I don't know if that's up to like 80% of the battery or 100% of the battery, because I think the batteries for these electric vehicles, you have to charge them up to 80. You can charge them, you can fast charge them up to 80%, and then it's going to trickle charge its way to 100% from 80%, as in it will charge very slowly once it hits 80%. It's just the way the battery works. It's not too, it's just, you know, it's just the way the batteries work. So it doesn't say what kind of battery it has. Maybe that makes a big difference to how it charges. Yeah. And then, I mean, we don't have to worry too much about transmissions. 16-inch wheels. Now, the thing about electric vehicles is that you don't replace all these fluids and stuff and parts for the car in an electric vehicle. But from what I've heard, you do replace wheels a lot. Much more frequently than a regular gas or even hybrid car. So yeah, that is something to consider. So you're going to be spending more on wheels. And mind you that this is the lowest price, one of the lowest price for an EV. It's not the lowest price for a car in this range, and this tier list. We're kind of getting late, you know. We're getting into the 30K USD range for the pricing. So is it justifiable to, you know, to spend more on an EV and then to charge? You'll be paying less for charging in comparison to gas, but you'll be paying more for wheels, and just for the price up front, and you don't get a federal credit for it. So something to consider. Maybe yeah, something to consider. Let's keep going though. Has Bluetooth, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, satellite radio. That thing has an aux input. That's cool. How many cars are carrying it? I think. Maybe not. It has warranty. Okay. But I don't think there's much that's going to get replaced until the battery goes bad. Aside from the wheels, nothing. I don't think anything bad goes wrong with EVs that much, except the batteries. And batteries, well, are pretty pricey. I don't know how long these batteries last, but I think they're really pricey. They're kind of pricey. They might lower in price over time. but as they become more available, as far as the cars and batteries go, but they're still pricey. So there's a lot to consider. There's a lot going against. They're stacked against owning an electric vehicle to live in. Yes. Let's look at the other trim levels and see how they stack with one another. It looks kind of nice though. A little sporty. It looks kind of small though. It looks like it's on the compact side. It looks smaller than the Nissan Altima. Bigger, slightly bigger than the Versa. Maybe the same size as the Sentra? No. Smaller than the Sentra, I think. Slightly smaller than the Sentra. Yep. Electric range, horsepower. We looked into that. There's 2 trim levels. Only 2 trim levels. One of them produces 214 horsepower. The base one is 147. The range is... It takes longer to charge the SV Plus, which is the second trim level. Higher battery capacity. That's why it takes longer. Uh, 212 miles for the higher trim. The price difference is $8,000. Again, you don't get the federal tax credit from this car compared to the other EVs. Yeah. You do not. The interior is cloth. The higher trim level also has cloth seats. They have bench seats, optional floor mats. The trunk pass through, but the seats don't fall down. Climate control is auto. No heated steering wheels. Nothing like... It has power locks, keyless ignition, keyless entry. Some of the other basic stuff you can find in the other gas cars. Or even the hybrid cars. 16-inch wheels. Again, these wheels, you will replace them more in electric vehicles in comparison to like a gas or hybrid car. Yeah. I think that's all I can... Yeah, that's all there is to it. I mean, look, maybe if you're rich, this would be a cool car to have. A nice little starter, a nice gateway into the world of electric vehicles, but I don't think this car is worth it as far as sleeping in and dealing with charging it and whatnot. Wait, let me save the picture. Oh, I already did save it. Okay. Oh, there it is. Whoops. All right. So where do you put the Nissan Leaf though? It is quite a different breed. Um, but look, if you're going to a Nissan dealership, I don't think the Leaf should be your first choice to look at. Definitely not. Definitely not. There are far cheaper cars with more amenities, and now Nissan wise, it's an electric vehicle though. Repairability might not be, repairing a car might not be a big issue for you, but you will be spending more on wheels. Yes, I keep mentioning that. Wheels, wheels, wheels. Tires, tires, tires. The guy, I don't trust Nissan's reliability for their lineup on gas cars. I don't say I'm completely against them on that, but I'm kind of not in favor of it. It's kind of questionable. The Nissan Leaf might be the only thing keeping them alive for Nissan, but that's beside the point. What about yourself? I think for climate control, it would be nice to keep it on overnight. I think it won't waste that much power. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Really not sure. It's hard to say. I'm just more like focused on the charging aspect as well. You know what? It might be a little more peace of mind. It might be a little more peace of mind when it comes to like repairs and stuff. So maybe by the end of your 5 years of owning it, you can just trade it in. And by that time, you'll find a better car. Maybe a better electric vehicle. Maybe a better car overall. A reliable car. I'm going to put this one. This one's a tough one. What's that? What's up, Milo? Get in the car, Morty. Oh man, what's up? What's up? For the Nissan Leaf, I don't think it's B tier. I would put it C tier. I would put it low C tier. Low C tier. Yeah. Low C tier. Yeah. It's a very situational car. I think it's a very yeah. I think the Nissan Leaf, very situational car. Very niche, I suppose. Especially when you're living in a car. So I think let me drink some water actually. Shit. Yeah, I think it's very situational, so lower C tier. Just cause maybe I would like to think that the higher cost justifies the less amount of maintenance you have to do on it, aside from, you know, replacing the wheels a little more often. But what would it surpass as far as the gas car? it's tough. It's tough to say. But I mean, maybe I would like to put it above the Versa, maybe. Maybe past the Versa. It's hard to say. You know what? At this point, I trust the electric vehicle more. I trust the Leaf more than the Versa, or more of the other Nissan gas engines. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it here, mid C. Yep, mid C tier. Mid C tier. Yeah. It's kind of hard. Not gonna lie. Tough one indeed. All right, next car. It's gonna be the Honda Accord. Interesting because wait, the Nissan Leaf was $29,280. The Honda Accord is $29,445. Comes with a 3-year, 36,000 mile basic warranty. This is the best engine comes with a 1.5 liter turbo charge. Oh no, just a 4-cylinder engine actually. Regular 4-cylinder. All right. Actually, I gotta look more into the specs. Compare all the trim levels and stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Let me save this picture. Okay, so the Accord comes in 4, 5, 6 trim levels. Decent amount of trim levels. For all intents and purposes, we're gonna focus on just the base level. The base trim does actually come in the turbo. Inline 4 turbo engine, makes 192 horsepower. Decent amount of horsepower, but I don't know about the turbo. Now this is Honda though. I don't know. Honda decided to go into this direction, like every other car manufacturer, when they're starting to put turbos into all their engines and stuff like that. Even at the base level. I can't say I agree with it, but maybe Hondas are known for the reliability, that's for sure. So maybe I can trust them a little more than the other car manufacturers. With that being said, they have 29 mpgs in the city, 37 on the highway. Compared to the SE model, the slightly fancier trim level, that one is priced at almost $2,000 more. You get more, get a couple more amenities, I guess, but it's kind of it. No big, it has a stop. No, never mind. No big, big differences between the two. I will stick with the base level. The rear seats don't fold back, it seems. Not the base level though. The base level does not fold back. The slightly higher trim level does, which is really interesting. What's up, Bunkum? Where do Limos rank on this? Um, Good question. They haven't been released for. I don't see any for 2025, but you know, limos should be put into here, but I haven't seen any on this list so far. So if they were cheaper, probably it might be on here. But I think they're more expensive. Yeah. You know, but it's good spacing though, right? Because limos have a ton of space in them. So for a homeless person, if you wanted to live in them, I think that'd be great. That would be good. Yeah, good spacing. You can store a lot of things in it, but I think that's where it stops. I don't know if the price justifies it. Yeah, maybe though. A Lincoln Town Car limo. Those would be very reliable, I think. Yeah. You might have to save that for another day, though. Yeah. Yep. This one comes with the core, the base trim Accord comes with floor mats. Standard, which is really good. Floor mats are important. I think for keeping things clean inside your car. Yes. I'm kind of upplaying it up, by the way. I'm kind of upplaying it, but talking it up. Yeah. Don't take my advice on that. It's just floor mats. It's just floor mats. Yeah. It has some bells and whistles, I guess. Warranties at 3 years. I think it's offset by just how reliable it is. So Hondas are reliable for the most part. Yeah. The turbo, a little questionable, but I would maybe trust it a little more than what Kia has or Hyundai has. So yeah. Let me see. Let's add it to the chart here. All in all, the Honda Accord, I mean, it's a mid-size sedan. One of the cheaper ones too, actually. Mid-size sedans have really good cargo space. Really good space in the front seats and the rear seats overall. So the pricing is a bit high. Can you survive without the spacing? Yes. And you can't fold down the seats, so that might be. Oh my god, I gotta drink some more water. 1 second. Okay. I think I'm good. Okay. Yeah. So, for the Honda Accord, the pricing. The pricing is a bit high. It is a mid-size sedan, of course. You don't need all this space though. It is reliable though. If you're living in a car, you might hold on to it for longer. I think in terms of like the 5-year ownership, I think it could outlast a lot of these cars in this list. It could definitely outlast it. So I don't think repairs are going to be a big issue. You're going to have to pay quite a bit though. Monthly. The pricing is just a bit high. Not gonna lie. Maintenance would be cheap. I would put it above the Cruise. I'm sorry, the Malibu. Maybe above the Kia. Maybe above the Elantra. You know what? Let's put this down here. If you're willing to pay for it, Honda Accord A tier. If not, I would put it B tier. Yeah. It's pricey. It is pricey. We're gonna have to bump it down. I think we're gonna have to bump it down because it's just pricey though. That's the thing. It's just really reliable, but it is pretty pricey. So lower B tier. Yeah. Oh my god. I don't think this chart makes too much sense, but I think it's okay. Yeah. I think it's okay. I think it's I think it's all right. Yeah. Okay, last car. Oh my god. Last car is a Toyota Prius. I've heard about Priuses, especially in the Carliving communities. Yes. So the Toyota Prius MSRP is $29,745. All the Priuses are hybrids. They're not fully gas or fully electric. They're all hybrids. There's a fair number of trims though. There's 4 trim levels. Some trim levels. Let's compare them. 3-year, 36,000 basic warranty. 8-year, 100,000 mile warranty for the hybrid EV system. Apple CarPlay. No Android Auto though, because no, they don't have Android Auto. It's crazy. I thought they fixed that whole thing with Androids. The whole fiasco with that. Yeah. Keyless ignition, brake assist, keyless entry, cruise control, yada yada yada. In-car Wi-Fi. All right, let's more into it. So it has a 2.0 liter inline hybrid engine, 4 cylinders. It's 57 mpgs on the city, 56 on the highway. Fairly high for a hybrid. 194 horsepower. 139 foot-pounds of torque. It's kind of high for a hybrid, which is nice. 17-inch wheels. It's not an electric vehicle, so but the wheels are kind of big though. Interior are cloth seats. You can't fold down the seats, I think. That's I don't think you can. I thought you could, but maybe not. What else about it? Let's look at the other trims. Okay. There are 4 trim levels. The highest being $36,000. That is like almost $7,000 more. There's no big change in the powertrain or like the engine. So it's not like you're paying more for extra horsepower. You're probably getting more amenities. Yeah. Like parking sensors, for example. That's pretty much it. Yeah. They're all automatic. The more expensive trims have synthetic seats. They have heated seats, kind of nice. They have optional floor mats. Floor mats are optional. Tisk tisk. Yeah, and other amenities basically. Alright, so the Prius. I mean, it's a Prius. It's not lavish. It really isn't. What more can I really say about it? I'm not really big on Priuses. It's a hybrid though. They're known for being very, very reliable. The batteries are expensive though, and these are more expensive than the Corollas that we reviewed earlier. More expensive for sure. They are reliable though. Cost a little more than the Nissan Leaf. More maintenance than the Leaf. Less on tires than the Leaf. It is more expensive though. Long-term wise, I would definitely keep it longer. Keep it around more longer than all the cars in the C tier. At the very minimum. If this was a little more different, this would be higher up on the tier list, because I've heard really great things about living in a Prius as someone who lives in a cart. But as far as like pricing and everything, it is reliable though. There are some things you do have to be mindful of as far as like the hybrid systems. I think there's some things that are bound to break or go wrong with the hybrid systems if you don't do it properly. I think one of it has to do with the ventilation system that's connected to cooling down the batteries in the Prius. Something like that. But I think those cars last a really good while, especially the batteries. Okay, but I would like to move it up the chart. I would like to though. You're paying more for it though, compared to like a Kia Soul, for example. We may have to move a couple of these up here, like this, yeah. But I don't know how reliable Kia Soul is, to be honest. I don't think it's that reliable. It's just far cheaper to start off with. Definitely far cheaper, but I mean, getting a new engine for it might not be as expensive too. Oh man, it's hard to say. It's hard to say, but you know what? We'll keep it here. We'll keep it right there for now. Yep. I'll keep it mid B tier. Yeah. I think the value goes a long way. I think it does. I would rely on it more. Yeah. And the Kia sold. I think I really would. Corollas, S tier for sure, but hybrids, the pricing is justifiable, I think. I mean, yeah, we'll keep it high B tier for now. Yeah, I think that's all right. Yeah. It's good. It's good. All right. Well, that covers today's tier list. These are the cheapest cars of 2025. So yeah. So there's that. There is that. It's very questionable still though, because still kind of questionable, but I don't know if I really would want to own a Mitsubishi Mirage at all, but given that it's so cheap, living in the bus feels comfy. That too though. It does for sure. It is comfy. I mean you have a ton of space, of course, absolutely. But for this tier list, we're talking this one was just cars, you know. Maybe next time I'll do a variety of more vehicles, but I wanted to work with something small and maybe because there's so many cars, so many car types, and I mean arguably I think if it was based on car types, maybe the minivan would be like S tier. Minivans would be top of the line. I think they're not too big and not too small either, and you can drive them around just about anywhere, and they're not limited in like where you take them. So minivans will be like really up there. Probably close to having a mini RV as well. So living in construction vehicles tier list. Construction vehicle tier list. Damn, okay. Let's see. I wonder if forklifts are counts as one. So you have the one with the crane. No. Cranes are something else. No. Maybe the one with the cement mixer truck might be comfy, you know. All the cement mixing might put you to sleep better. The one room crane as F tier. Maybe. It is so tiny in that thing. Yeah. You can only sit in there. Probably move. You could barely move in it, you know? Yeah. Sheesh. Yeah. Oh man. Yep. Yeah, I felt like the more I thought about this, the more I was like, you know what? I think we have to split this tier list into like multiple categories, because like I said, I think the minivan would just be S tier and everything else would just kind of be below it. I don't think it would make that too much that much sense, because I feel like there's just too many factors that go into play. But this one's just for emergency, when you're like shit out of luck and you need to go to the dealership right now and just get any car to sleep in and, you know, keep with you for maybe a couple years or something. Yeah, because even like getting a car as an emergency would be kind of a big deal. So yeah. I can't think of any other construction vehicles actually. There's the one that tows like a bunch of trash. They're like, what, the 5-ton ones? I can't dismiss the ads. Oh, that sucks. I can't snooze them actually. Yeah. But yeah, this was today's tier list. It was interesting to say the least. I think we can get into more of the nooks and crannies later on with other tier lists, but all in all, there's an option for everyone, you know. There is an option for everyone, so this is definitely not fully definitive, but I look forward to making more of these in the future with more details to look into. So yeah, but yeah, there's always an option for everyone. Don't ever think that you have to live in the streets. You can always live in a car. If you can't live in a hotel or a motel, go live in a car, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Get yourself a fan. Get yourself a car charger. You'll be good. Oh yeah, and a blanket and a pillow. Right. That too. I'm sure you can find those. I'm sure you can buy those cheap at Walmart. Yeah. Just don't get the D battery fans. Those things suck. Yeah, just get like a USB power fan. Those work well. So I'll get more into these kinds of things later. Yeah. But that's gonna be it for me today, guys. So thank you all for stopping by. Appreciate it. Yeah. But construction tier, living in construction vehicles tier list. That's interesting, actually. Maybe I'll think about that. Maybe we could do one later, another time. Yeah. That'd be really interesting, actually. You sleep and you wake up, you're already at your work site. You're like, huh, what? I'm here already. Good, nice. Yeah, you're already there at work. No one's gonna bother you. It's relatively safe, you know. No one's you know, it's heavily armored, right? So at least it's more built as far as the construction vehicles. So yeah. Anyways, before I get sidetracked, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Let's go raid someone. Yeah. Who do we have to raid? Oh, that's let's see. Whoa, who are these people? It's a lot of people. Interesting. I usually don't just adjust the just chatting category, so I see so many people I'm not familiar with. It's really interesting. He's playing Kirby. Cool. Let's see. Said Dusty. Kingdom Hearts. Birthversary. Okay. You know what? K-Taro's almost done with his birthversary. Let's go check him out. See what he's doing. So yeah. Let's give him another raid, short. Let's give him another raid. I'm gonna go rest my vocal cords. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. That is it from me today, guys. Have a good one. I will see you tomorrow for what's it called? Little Red Riding Hood Zombie Barbecue. It's for the DS. Yeah, thank you, Bunko. Thank you, Milo, for being here as well. Give him one of these. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're playing it. It's for the DS. I'm gonna be playing it off the 3DS. It's a cool little shooter game, nothing crazy, but I think it'll be fun actually. Yeah. But that being said, I'm gonna send you off to him right now. So see you all later. See you all tomorrow. Rating in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye. There it is. Okay.